I used to wait too much in the past. Wait for the right times to do things, wait for the confidence and courage to start things, and wait for others so I didn't have to do it alone. But then it clicked for me that all my waiting around was really just wasting my time and energy because no one got anything ever done or accomplished from just waiting around. So, first, let's talk about not waiting for the right time to start and do things. Because the truth is, and this is something I realized over time, gradually, that there won't be a certain right time to do anything, The right time to find good friends, the right time to get in a relationship, the right time to find a job, you know what I mean? Like, there won't be a specific right time. The right time is now, literally, okay? Because the present moment is all that we know for sure we have. The past technically doesn't exist anymore. It's all in our head because, it's already done, it's already gone, you know what I mean? The future doesn't exist yet because what we do in the present will determine the future. So that's why waiting for a right time, being like, oh, I should have done it in the past, and oh, I'll do it in the future. But it's like the only moment we have is right now. So the only right time technically is now. And as well as the right time being right now, there are sometimes things that we can't necessarily do, just like in the moment, like right now. And that's fine. So you also get to decide your own right time. There's no certain fixed right time. You get to decide that for yourself. I get to decide that for my life. You get to decide that for your own life. Because sometimes, like, I get it. Like, in the moment, there's certain things that we can't do. For example, like, I can't buy a car right now. You know what I mean? Because, like, I might not have the assets to do that or the time to drive or whatever it may be. But I know in the future I will definitely do that, and most of us will do that. So you get to decide your right time. And on top of that, on top of deciding your right time, sometimes what we decide might not be like the time that we get it done. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people set goals like, oh, I want to get married by the time I'm 26, or I want to have kids by the time I'm 30, or, I want to have a car by the time I'm 22. But it's like, and it's good to have goals. It's good to have, like, set time limits for yourself and stuff like that. But sometimes, actually not time limits, and let's not say time limits. Let's say like milestones, It's good to set milestones. It's good to set goals. But, it's also good to not be too fixated on them. Like, I have to do it by I'm 22, or I have to do this by I'm 25. Like, also be flexible around it. But you get to decide your right time ultimately. Next, waiting for the confidence and courage to start things or to do things, certain things. Now, this is also something that is very common among people. They'll be like, oh, I'll do this when I'm richer. I'll do this when I'm more successful. I'll do this when I'm prettier. I'll do this when I'm skinnier. I'll do this when I'm da 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 da. But it's like, again, it's like with like waiting for the right time to do things. Your confidence, your courage, your prettiness, your success, whatever you're waiting for to start something, isn't gonna come if you don't start right now. All the successful people, for example, any like big CEOs that you can think about, sports players, actors, whoever that you can think about that you think is successful or famous or rich or whatever that is that they are that you want. None of them, trust me, ever waited. It's like you can't get success if you're waiting for success. You know what I mean? Like, you have to work towards it. If you want something, you have to work towards it. You can't just wait for it and expect it to fall into your lap. And I get it. Like, we're human. We just like, that's how a lot of us think. That's how I used to think as well. But then I realized, if you just like wait to live your life, if you're waiting for you to become confident to do something, if you're waiting to become successful to do something, or to speak up, or to live your life, or whatever it is that you want, or if you're waiting to be skinnier, or if you're waiting to be prettier to do something, anything like that, then that is not the way to be. And I'm here to remind you that, because I was in those shoes as well. I was in that same place where I was like, I'll just wait for my future self to do it, or I'll wait till I'm older to do it, or I'll wait till I'm more successful to do it. But you don't have to wait for anything. Who you are right now, and as you are right now, if you start working from now, let's say, if you're waiting to be more successful, to get a certain job or to apply for a certain job, You know, you don't have to do that, because a lot of people who have the things that you want, or who have the life that they want, weren't waiting around for it. Nobody gets anything from just waiting around, okay? That is like the main lesson that I want you all to take today. No one is getting anything that they want from just waiting around and not doing anything about it, okay? So if you want something, you work for it, you go for it. You don't have to be the prettiest, you don't have to be the most confident, you don't have to be the most courageous, fearless person. You know, no one is. I'm not. You don't have to be. We don't have to feel this pressure to, you know, be the most perfect to get something. You know, because what is perfect? Another thing is waiting for others, waiting for other people, you know. A lot of people I'll hear they'll say stuff like, oh, I'm gonna wait until I have good friends to do that with. I'm gonna wait until I have my best friends to do that with. I'll wait until I have that relationship to do that, or I'll wait until I have these people or these colleagues or whatever. But it's like, or like waiting just in general for anyone else, or other people to do things with. Let's say, if you want to go watch a movie, but you're like, oh, I have no one to go watch it with, so I'm just not gonna go. Or there's a cafe down the street that you really want to try, but you're like, I have no one to go with, I'm just not gonna go, I'm just not gonna do it. Or if you want to try pottery, for example, but you're like, I have no one to go with, nobody wants to go with me, no one's interested in this, I don't have anyone to go with, I'm just not gonna do it, I'm just not gonna go. Waiting for other people to do things, to start things, to accompany you in things. It's like, you don't need anyone. We don't need anyone else to do things with that we love. If we want to do something, if we want to try something, if we want to start something, we can do it just by ourselves. We don't need anyone. Oh, it's okay to want other people to do things with, but if, let's say, no one's interested in it, let's say it's pottery, no one else is interested in it that that's okay. No one else wants to go with you, that's okay. People have other plans, they're not interested, whatever, that's okay. You can do it by yourself. We can do things by ourselves. We don't have to wait for other people to do things with and to start things with. And yes, it is a skill, okay? It is a skill. It is a habit that you have to build over time, just with like a lot of other things. It is a skill, it is a habit that we have to build gradually and develop and work on. But trust me, once you start doing things by yourself and not waiting for others, not waiting for the right times to do things, not waiting for confidence or courage or prettiness or success or whatever else, once we're not waiting for these things and these factors, because like a lot of it is literally just gonna come from you working on yourself, you doing things by yourself. Confidence, not waiting for other people to do things and doing it by yourself, slowly, gradually, spending time with yourself is going to build your confidence. It's going to build your courage. It's going to build your fearlessness. A lot of these things are like interlinked, and they do work together. The moment is now. Like, this is our moment. This is your moment to do whatever you want, okay? Because it's like, we know that we have today. We know that we have this time right now, but we don't know if we even have tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any other future suggestions for videos, write it down in the comments. Let me know. What did you think about this video? If you learned something new, what are your thoughts? Share it and let me know in the comments. And thank you so much for watching again, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Mwah.